Hey there, if you follow us here at 5Market Realty, you know my name is Scott Talley. I'm the broker here at our company, 5Market, and we provide people with a lot of video content. So what we like to do is we do monthly updates on the Athens area real estate market and counties around the Athens area. We also do videos for new listings that we put up on our YouTube channel or website. And we also do weekly prediction contests for the Georgia games. If any of those things interest you, be sure to click subscribe. We did have a prediction contest last week. One person picked Alabama to win. We didn't put out a video, maybe because I was a little too heartbroken as a dog fan to do it, but we will be in touch with the winner, and we'll probably look to the bowl game to get another video out. But today we're going to talk about real estate because that is actually our job. So we've got 11 months of 2023 to look back at. And what 2023 has been is extremely erratic and hard to predict. I've been doing this since 2004, and I can tell you even the 2008 timeframe and 2020, I feel like 2023 was a much more interesting and hard to predict year than I've ever experienced. So let's go through it. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on these numbers because I want to focus on one major point of the year. But if you follow us, you know we're going to be looking at the amount of new listings, the days on market, the average sold price, and of course the total amount of home sales. So the trend is that we're not going to spend too much time on is we're down on transactions, we're down on listings, and we're still a little up on price. So as you can see, we're 1,770 Clark County and Oconee combined new listings. That's down from over 2,000 and over 2,400. Days on market is up 30% at 40 days on market. While that 30% might look like a big number, well, more traditionally, 60 days used to be what we would see. So 40 days on market is still really strong. Here's the point that we're going to get to. Look at this average sold price, 419.5 a year ago, and as of now, 450, representing a much smaller increase, but there is an increase. And then we look at the total homes sold. That's been a trend for a while now. There's just a lot less transactions, and that's what's helping to drive up some inventory. So let's look at the month of November. This is where we really saw some radical changes when you compare it to November last year. Look at this at 146 new listings relative to 105 new listings last year. That's representing an almost 40% increase. Here's the thing. A lot of new construction is causing that. This is not as if we have a bunch of resale homes that are sitting. There's a lot more new construction that's been out there that's in a more expensive range. So that's helping a little bit. The days on market is up about 15%. And look at this average sold price over the same month. We're 416 to 391, representing around 6%. We're going to get to that in a minute. And then the total homes sold, a very dismal 76 for Clark and Oconee. Now, if I counted December 1st, you're going to see that number tick up about 10 or so, be around 85. But if I count December 1st and then I go do next month's report, we're going to have, double 10 extra units added. But so for the 30 days of November, it was only 76 homes sold, and that's still behind last year, which was also abysmal. This is where I actually want to spend a little bit of time making a point to you. A lot of people are talking about how the market's corrected or prices are coming down. And folks, the reality is that is wrong. You're misconstruing what you're seeing on Zillow or where you're finding this information. This is only Clark County. I tracked this for an article we did recently that's going to come out in January and it's been on social media in the last week. This is the average sold price since 2020 just for Clark County. So let's take a look at this. 258 in 2020 going up in 2021 to 315. That's a 22% increase. Now, if we go back up, we go to the next year of 2022, we're going to see 356 being the average home sale, 13% increase. Those increases of appreciation are extremely high. This is just for Clark County. We're not counting Oconee. But then I want you to look at that number in 2023, 377 comes down to a 6% gain. That's what we're seeing, folks, is some people have priced their house as if it's going to continue with this 13, 15% year over year appreciation, when in reality, it's more like a 4 to 7% appreciation. Now, there are differences in the market, residential homes versus condos. Not every property is the same. There are some markets where we're still seeing rapid appreciation higher than 6% based on what it is. But when we're starting to see in the residential home market is a return to historical norms of appreciation. Monthly inventory of homes, we've been tracking this. As of today, we have gone to 290 homes for sale in Clark and Oconee County. Residential homes on the market, not active contingent. That is, so far, the highest total we've seen in years. Now, I said highest total in years. That's true, but we have not had a lot of listings on the market in a long time that were available for sale. So what's happening here, while 290 is a bigger number than we've seen, historically, it's not a glut of homes. We need to be almost double that to really flip the market. But what we are going to take a look at here in a minute is what the market looks like now with inventory. Monthly total sales, we've been tracking this. As you know, the market, we'd like to be over 200. The market is cyclical, meaning that each time of the year, you're going to see the same trends. January, we start slow. We're going to ramp up in the spring. May, June, July, you're going to see your highest totals. And these 150 numbers, we'd want them up here. It'd be healthier to say 200 to 220. And then this time of year after August, we historically see the sales go down. We had 76 sales as of November 30th in the MLS for Clark and Oconee County, relative to 95 last year. And if you compare October, we were at 90 sales relative to 103. So while the end of last year was slow, unfortunately, we're seeing the same thing. Here's the good news. There's a little bit of inventory out there, as we just noted. Interest rates saw a small tick down. We're seeing some rates in the low sixes, and depending on what other products the lender may have, you can possibly create maybe an ARM product that works for you. But the rates have seen a relief in the mortgage rates just briefly. And this is the other story that I'm going to talk to you about. Sorry, I've got some animations on here. I'm going to have to get going. This is the months of inventory. This is where we sit in the market as of today. I'm doing this December 6th. Now, I've been tracking this. The monthly absorption rate, as it says below, is the relationship between the amount of homes on the market and how many are being sold each month. So these numbers represent 2.3 is just over 2 months, 1.8 is just under 2 months. And back in May, we hit our low point of just under a month and a half worth of inventory. But you see that big red arrow there. We're pointing here and we're looking here at 3.8. 3.8 as of today is the amount of inventory relative to the amount of sales we're having. Now, we expect this to go up this time of year, but look what it says here in the middle. 4 to 6 months is a balanced market. So as we get into January, we might see the inventory come down. There might be some people that take their homes off the market because of the holidays. We're obviously going to see a demand of buyers slow down. But what I can tell you is we are negotiating again in many cases. We are seeing homes where the seller has overpriced their home, looking for that 15 year over year, 20% return, and having to come back to earth at that 15% return. Now, that's happening more in residential homes. But other products, like let's say in-town condos, it's a different market. So we have a large market of people that are looking to find a condo either in downtown Athens, close to the 5 Points area, maybe East Athens. That market's remained really competitive with a little stronger appreciation, mostly because they're not making any more condos under $200,000 or $300,000 close to UGA campus. They're making some over $1 million, but there's not many people that can buy those. So my point is, let's watch this inventory and monthly absorption rate because it feels that 2024 might be a year in real estate that I remember fondly, when buyers and sellers had to have discussions, reach a price and an agreement, negotiations were more frequent, in a more balanced market where not one side had all the power. It seems like we're returning to historical rates of appreciation, 3 to 7%, somewhere in that range, and our inventory is ticking up. Let's watch it in January to see how many come off the market due to the holidays. Here's our group, 5Market Realty. This is our group, our realtors that help people and advise them even when they're not buying or selling a home, working on an investment property or something like that. Info at 5M Realty. Be sure to reach out. That's our group here. We hope you have a great holiday season. We'll be back in January with taking a look at the whole year. We're also going to have one more prediction contest for the Orange Bowl, I guess, the consolation game between Georgia and FSU. We hope you enjoy the holiday season. Happy New Year. And, of course, have a great week. Even though Georgia lost, it is a real estate video, but go Dogs. Thank you again for sticking with me for a little over 8 minutes.